Hello everybody. This is Dave. Right now, what I have in front of you are a couple of Sears Craftsman pieces here. The top part here is the Sears Craftsman Max Access socket set, and below you have the 12-volt nextec, Craftsman nextec 12-volt cordless drill, battery-powered cordless drill, and right-angle drill impact driver. So basically, we'll start with these two lower pieces right here. When I first started getting into this trade last year, I had the regular Craftsman 19-volt drill, battery operated drill, and that thing got a little too cumbersome and too heavy, to always carry around, especially when you're going inside the house doing service calls. So I saw this set on sale. Came with the drill, as you see right here. Came with a battery, 12-volt battery, and also a charger. And for the most part, this thing has served me very well. As you can see, I used it quite a lot because all the numbers are gone. But it does, has adjustable high and low speed, forward and reverse. Even has a little light here at the bottom, so you can see in low dark spaces and the like. And like I said, it has served me well. And I used this for the majority of last year until I came across a job on a service call, and I had to get in between the plenum and the return. To make a long story short, the lady had issues with her plenum and return ducts, blowing out when the system comes on and blowing back in when the system shuts off. So I had to, use slips and drives to kind of, reinforce the ductwork so it wouldn't blow out as much. And I was able to get pretty much everywhere on that duct set except between the plenum and the return. This thing here was just too wide, and normally I would have an adapter piece with this on here, and I don't know what to do with it. And of course, I put it somewhere where I can't find it. But nonetheless, I have a speed bit, that I normally use because I change out the nut drivers, screws and screwdrivers and everything like that. So having that speed lock, so even with the speed lock on, it was still not enough room for me to use this. So it was just one area of the duct that I really couldn't focus on. So then after that, got the duct straight. Then I also worked on a blower speed as well, and that helped out a whole lot. So, but unfortunately, so here's my speed bit right here. So basically, with this, normally, having a speed chuck makes it very easy, especially if you're dealing with different size nut drivers. You just slide it to unlock it, put your nut driver in, slide it back to lock it, and then you can you're good to go. So after that, particular job, I was looking at different right angle drills that I could use, and I wanted to kind of not necessarily have to leave Craftsman per se, because of the fact that the batteries are interchangeable. So I was looking at some of Yobi's and some Milwaukee right impact drivers, and some told me they would see if Sears have a 12-volt right angle impact driver, and lo and behold, they do. And I say use the same battery as the drill. So this here is a, if I remember correctly, this is 710 foot-pound torque right angle impact drill / impact drill. And once I started using this thing, I kind of put this one in my tool bag and start using this, because some instances you definitely need an impact driver. So now I carry this big thing, with me, and it's, still same weight as the drill itself. It's just that, it's just distributed, differently, vertical instead of, gun style. And, I keep this in my bag, it doesn't take up a lot of room, has a light, has forward and reverse. Now, the only thing I can complain about this particular drill is that the forward and reverse switch is very soft. Very soft. I mean, you can just tap it, and then, it goes into the opposite position. So you gotta be mindful that when you're drilling and everything like that, that your finger, when you're squeezing the trigger, doesn't squeeze. When you're squeezing the trigger, or depending on how you hold it, down here is nice, but sometimes it's not as comfortable as holding it in here. And if, for me, since I have big hands, I prefer to hold it like this, and sometimes I forget that my index finger is pushing on the forward and reverse button. So I have to keep that in mindful. It does have, I don't know if you can see it, a battery light indicator lets you know the state of your battery. So green is plenty of power, yellow is low power, and nothing red, you're completely out of power. But outside of that, impact is great. Battery life on both of these is excellent. I mean, it is unreal. I mean, sometimes I don't have to recharge these things for like a month and a half, and that's with heavy usage. During that month and a half, and battery life is excellent. Charge time doesn't take that long. It usually takes maybe an hour at the most. So, like I said, and then since I bought the kits on both of these, I keep one charger at home and the other charger in my van, on my former work van. It's another story. But anyway, nonetheless, great tools to have. I decided to do a video on these two because there wasn't that many YouTube videos that talked about 12-volt nextec drills, except for the ones that are from Sears. So I wanted to kind of do that. But one thing I also want to talk about definitely is this max access set. Now, I've taken many trips to Sears, and I will always see this max access set. And when you look on the outside of the box, you look at some of the literature. It talks about you can use it as a standard socket driver. You can use it as an extended socket driver. This is the quote-unquote, only kit that you'll need, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And last year, one day, I was working on a unit, and I had to replace the blower motor. And forgot to bring with me, well, I didn't bring with me my wheel puller, to remove that blower motor housing. And that was a 2-hour ordeal trying to get that motor off. And eventually I had to just stop working on site, go back home, which took me 40 minutes to go home, and then another 40 minutes to go home and come back on site to get this darn thing right here. But nonetheless, the sockets that I had at the time, wasn't a complete set like this, so I had to keep going back and forth to my truck to find the right appropriate size. And then once I found the right size, it just took forever. And then the new motor, God forbid, was a third party vendor, and they're trying to get that thing back into the system, which is just a complete pain in the ass. So one day I was in Sears and I saw this kit, and it was on sale for $69. And again, like I said, all in one. So I figured, instead of me carrying around a big heavy toolbox on my ex-work van, with a bunch of sizes that I really don't have, or sizes that I don't need, and exercises that I don't have. Just one big mess. So I figured, okay, for $69 you get all these sizes, blah blah blah. Go ahead and get it, and that way you don't have to, you don't have to carry so much, and also it comes in a case, so you can't beat it. But then when I started using it and started, taking on more and more blower motors, then I realized this kit, is great because of the fact that you have the large crescent wrench, small crescent wrench. You have screw socket adapter. So, and then the cool thing about with the socket adapter is that I don't know if you can see it. It's wide open hole. So you can use it as a standard socket set, and you can use it as an extended socket set because that screw will go right through the hole. Great thing to have. And then also too, you can use these on. So again, like I said, you need to get down somewhere, pretty far away. You can do it. And of course, you have the big wide one, and all sockets have wide open. So again, like I said, you can use it as a standard socket, or you can use it as a deep socket. Okay, and you don't have any issues. And also, it gives you adapter pieces. I'm sorry, it goes in this way. Did I put it in backwards? I put it in backwards. Sorry. Hold on. Not too excited. Do it this way. And it gives you socket pieces, whereas you can use any standard socket in your regular set. So you not only have the max access socket pieces, but with your socket sets you can use, and it gives you, I believe this is 3/8. No. Yeah, this is 3/8. Put this back. Okay, 1/4 inch. And to release it, you have to, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little spring button. So you push the button in to secure it, and you push the button to release it. I'm sorry, the button I believe is for, I'm sorry, I take that back. I stand corrected. The adapter piece slides right in, snaps right in, so you can snap it in, snap it out. But the button is for your socket, so I apologize for that. And so again, now you can use a regular socket set, with this kit, so you're not limited at all. Not limited at all. So you can use your max access sockets and standard sockets, and you're good to go. And or you can use in combination. Let's see if I remember to do this correctly. Okay, there you go. So you have your extended piece, have your socket, and I don't know if you can see the wide hole. So you have a long screw that can slide right on in there, and you keep going. Now the only complaint that I have, if any, is that sometimes, especially like if you're taking apart, a blower motor, I don't know if you can see it, but see how that wiggles? So it doesn't like make a solid, fit, connection, but after a while you kind of get used to it, and then you see how little loose that is. I mean, it's still on there, but sometimes when you're turning and wiggling and stuff, like when you're cranking down or loosening or tightening, got that little play in there. That's my only drawback. But outside of that, it is great when you're trying to take apart a motor. So for the most part, all the fittings, no matter what size they are, have a piece that slides on, adapter piece, and then socket naturally goes on the other end. And you have from 5/32 all the way up to 7/8 standard, and then you have 3.5 all the way up to 19. Now that's the only other drawback. So I'm not sure if max access go higher than 19 millimeter. I'm pretty sure they probably do, but for all the general work that I've done, all the sizes that I need are right here. And again, like I said, it comes in this carrying case. It is great to have. Great to have. So, especially like I said, you got, 3/8, not 3/8, I'm sorry, not 3/8, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, actually I still may be incorrect. Yeah, that's not that one. It is, let's see, 3/4. Yeah. So this is a 3/4 fitting. Slides on top of your wheel puller, and you can ratchet down real fast, real easy. You can kind of have a steady hand, and a lot you can really ratchet down, not a problem. It's taking that squirrel cage off the motor really easy. This wheel puller is made by Sensible Products. And I find this particular model to be a very good model because of the fact that, one, you can pull off the squirrel cage off a blower motor. You have these holes right here, especially at the top, so you can line up the shaft on top of the shaft of this bolt with the shaft of the motor. And then also too, this kit also helps you, or comes with accessories, which I can't find right now, if you need to pull off the ceiling fan on a light fixture. It has little hooks that you connect to the lighting fixture itself, and you can pull that ceiling fan, you know, off its shaft. So this thing's a very great handy tool. You know, it does take a lot of rotations and turns, you know, to slowly push that blower motor out of its housing. But you know, for 69 bucks, and so I get all the sizes that you get, all the sizes that you need, and everything like that. You know, this kit does fine. So I mean, before I had a Sears Craftsman, you know, standard metal toolbox that had all 50 kajillion sockets and a couple other items, but you know, none of the sockets that were in that box fitted what I needed. So again, having this on my truck, do away with the old box, makes it a lot easier, and like I say, it stores quite nicely. You know, that's it. And everything's light, very light. So you have a place where you can store it. You can store it nice and neat, out of the way, very slim line and everything. So that's it in a nutshell. So that's my Sears Craftsman Max Access toolkit, and I mean socket set, Sensible Products wheel puller, Sears Craftsman 12-volt nextec drill, and nextec 12-volt right angle impact drill. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll be happy to answer. And enjoy your day.